last week?
Well, I think last week was relatively basic. We finished up talking with our friends over as they closed the Hell Gate, or messed up the stuff on the other side of the Hell Gate, and essentially returned status quo to the city's safety. We were thanked for all that, and we agreed to be meeting up about a week later with them. We decided to do some shopping, return a item we may have unintentionally or intentionally, I can't even remember anymore, misappropriated. And got ourselves set up to go back to the keep. I know in 1 week, big things happen. We're planning on going somewhere. That's why I'm drawing a little bit of fuzzy.
I think that's when we're gonna start looking at possibly visiting Cyrodiil, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's what it was. Okay.
And a fiery man came to visit.
A fiery man.
Oh yes.
That's where we ended when we said Lorelei was the plant druid.
And you noticed specifically there was a reaction from him when you said that.
Yeah, he got all happy.
He did not get all happy.
Yep. What happened?
He immolated.
It was his happy stank face.
Yep. He's just not used to being around people, so this looks a little weird.
All right.
Man was happy like a frog in a pot of boiling water.
Well, we will begin there. He came in. He is essentially right inside that hallway that leads into the Serenray Temple, and his presence was made known. Moira, you just straight up saw him, and you all heard him and were able to exit and see him. You guys are pretty much just finishing up your administration or no, that's gonna take like half of the day. So you have more you have to do. But you can step away for half a second. You took taking administration duties because you guys succeeded it so well. It will take half a day versus your entire day to handle. And also because you guys have so many hands working on it more so. You can divide the labor up a bit.
Yay. All right. Take a quick break. Oh yeah.
You guys have seen with the growing going-ons of your stuff, there's a lot of paperwork and lots of nuances, and all your Unmei's been introduced to all the taxes and legislation and accounting and whatnot that comes with your guys' little growing.
You guys do this so badly.
It was actually done quite well. It's just been a while, and it's super nice. You can see the last time it was done. It's super nice, and it's just under a mountain of paper.
I was just going because I'm a master, and I think the next one is expert.
I'm going to invent charcoal film sheets to be able to find multiple things at once.
Yeah. The funny thing is, with you being a master, I still think I might be better trained at this. Like, yeah, you're technically better at this, but I think I might be able to intuit it better.
Well, Unmei has more training in the more advanced things. You're just better at the less advanced things.
Yeah, I'm just a number cruncher.
Right. All right. So yeah, you four are there.
What is your society?
Let me pull it up right now. It is, I believe, Skill Society 21.
Yeah, his is 21 versus Ruben's 23.
Oh no, you got me. Nice.
By a whole training level.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually got that degree.
Nice. All right, I'm hoping you do paperwork from now on. Yeah.
Yeah, Unmei in all his quietness, when he actually starts doing something, he's always remarkable at it.
Oh man. Oh, I'm happy I get to be the intern now. This is awesome.
with following up with a respectable 19, and then more right behind with 18. I remember that I had like the party skill sheet where I could see everyone's everything all at once,
It is pretty nice.
whether it's Shajik's thievery or Lorelai's stealth.
What's Shashik's thievery?
3.
He does his best.
He's 50% better at it than Jiron.
It's because Cheeks experienced stealing snacks from Jiron's pockets.
Fair.
So real quick, for armor, I forget how like potency and crap like that runes work.
So you have your potency runes, which is in with armor, the +1, 2, 3, and then the resilience aspect. Think of resilience as like the striking aspect to armor. It's part of like the 2 potency runes, but like not a property rune. Property runes function the same way. You can have 1 property rune per potency of the armor.
So if I have
It is also more
+2
expensive.
armor, I could have 2 property runes.
Correct.
Okay.
And resilience isn't one of those. Just like striking wouldn't be against a weapon. So you could have a flaming, thundering, striking longsword, but +2.
Because it just dawned on me that I have a lot of gold and I should probably upgrade my damn armor. I haven't been looking at any items. I haven't really needed anything other than like my crystal ball thing, whatever you gave me. I'm like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
I can actually upgrade my armor.
Mhm.
Yeah. You guys know there ain't fucking shit in this city.
I can look up what I
I-
want.
Sure.
Realistically, Unmei, if you express that at all, I'd kind of point out. So I'm wearing a more or less top of the line armor right now. It's a +2, blah blah blah. And I'm going to be trading this out for those Archmage robes as soon as we do a little bit of magical tinkering on them. If you want the enchantments that are on these, you can have it.
What do you have on yours?
+2.
+2, I'm definitely taking it. I would
Yeah,
take it.
it's the +2 in the second grade of defense. It's
Oh my god.
top
Yeah,
of the
armor
line.
potency +2.
Yeah, it's top of the line. So
Yeah, because I have a +1, so I'm like, I want to upgrade that.
I'll happily get you my leathers, and you can feel free to move the enchantments around. Hell, if you're trained in leather armor, you
I am
don't
not.
need to move it. All right. Well, we can get that put on some explorer's clothing for you.
I don't think I'm trained in light. I think I'm just unarmored.
Okay, yeah. Then yeah, we'll get some explorer's clothing for you.
Where the other combat? I am light armored. I'm an expert in light armor. Holy crap!
Well,
Yeah.
what do you know? You'll get some nice leathers for this.
I think I thought I was wearing cloth. Maybe I am wearing leather.
Yeah, looks like you were another. You have a
Yeah, okay.
+1 armor.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And yeah, as soon as I'm done with the ritual, me and Moira are done with the ritual with the robes of the Archmag. These are yours.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You'll still probably want to add some property runes to that. So
That's
look through your
what I
property
need to look
runes.
into.
But yeah,
And then I know that we spent last session talking to different people back in the city, whatever it was called,
King
about
Target.
to find things and stuff. So, and then some of the adventurers from there will be coming in a week. So I don't know, maybe send a word to either and see if they can find stuff. The Kenku will be coming in like a day.
Ooh.
So you can also ask what he could find.
And you guys do know, as they're able to, your Mwangi group makes the long trek over the ocean to the lands to visit you. Though it's only like once every couple months.
Yeah. I doubt they would want to go through the Dahak Scorched way station.
They were unwilling to at the time, though you could convince them if you wished.
We'll have that discussion.
Put them down
I mean, they
twice.
might
We
really
can do it a
like their
third.
walks, and that's not a bad thing. But
All right. Well, Juron, you are. I would say there's enough commotion with the guests coming through, and people moving from the Serenray Temple into the dining room, and are now talking about the weird flame pauldroned visitor who just arrived. That you would hear that gossip in your training area.
People would be fine. People come here all the time. John will go up.
All right. It's up in the church if you want to move your care token. And
Where is my token? Oh, all the way over there.
in the fighter/Hell Knight class hall that you guys made.
I guess I'll be like right here.
Yeah, he's basically right above you.
Yeah.
And yeah, last he had asked for the daughter of the flame, who he has been informed resides here. He asked no one in particular, but was loud enough for all those present could hear him.
The goblin makes lots of fires, but it is boy.
we're assuming you don't mean the little son, right?
Yes, correct. At least that is not a term, a title I am known she is to use.
Well, we have a garden over here. This way.
That would be more likely. He is an older gentleman, but seems competent. And what's up, Laura?
Would I be coming back or have come back with my food, with the hunted food and the fish and stuff for
Oh, you
the
went hunting.
servants? Yeah, I'd set up a net and I did the influence nature to catch fish while then I go.
Yeah, we're saying you did that around the same time Sari or Moira was giving her sermon. I would say you can actually just be arriving now as you wish.
Most likely with Sierra helping me carry stuff, but I'll probably be wild shaped into like a huge gorilla or something to carry a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. You keep in mind your wild shapes only last a minute unless you end up getting form control. That feat wrecks. Especially for utility stuff.
Chaos control.
It is a mile walk up the hill. So I think you'd be hard pressed to use your gorilla form for transportation, but Sierra could definitely help you.
Okay.
Goes into gorilla form and plays that VR gorilla jumping game.
Just
Gets there real
proceeds to
fast.
Winston jump.
Yeah, what's it called? I would say, who all is leading this person to the garden?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think I volunteered unless someone else wants to.
Actively there. I don't remember if I was actually there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You, Flynn, and Grit are actively working on the administration stuff when this guy popped in next door. Like,
okay. Then I would go with.
I would accompany.
I'd follow behind him.
All right.
Yeah, Duran would walk alongside with Flynn.
Right.
Barring the exits.
Yep.
Despite
See all your
being
movements.
he is an older elf, plenty of gray in his visage, marking him as likely, obviously very, very, very old, and walks with a sense of pride and confidence.
And he has two elf kids with him, right?
He does, but they have not spoken. They actually walk in a kind of a like sullen demeanor, as if not wanting to be seen. Not as though they're being stealthy, but just shoulders down, heads down, quiet. One sec.
Orf, Borf, Orf. Orf.
So you would be going? Would you be going to the Druid Hall? Or
Yeah. Is that the Druid Hall? Oh, sorry.
No, true. That
Yeah,
would
the
be
greenhouse.
outside,
Yeah, above
There you
there.
go.
Yeah.
like about
Yeah.
here. Oh, wait, here, yeah. Right.
I mean, my room is also kind of set up to be Druid Hall-esque as well, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
Alright,
down
sorry,
feeding
Josh, just sorry. What's up?
the serpents. All right, so I'm
Alright.
downstairs then with the serpents feeding them and stuff.
All right.
No, she's not here.
Um, what's it called? Eowyn, who has the door to her shop open into what's it called? Oh yeah, her room is actually up here. I mean, the garden's up there. She wouldn't be up there. Ellen is moving about, getting everything going, keeping her shop going, basically walking between things. And she would look and smile to your group as you enter. Another visitor, and one of more venerable demeanor. If you're looking for your companion, she is attending your new pets in the basement. Last I recalled her comings and goings.
Oh, thank you.
Indeed. I believe your blue reptilian friend is alleviated to not have to handle whatever you've brought home with you. Or at least that is the grumblings I have overheard.
Yeah. There was a lot of steps that we had to kind of short. I actually owe her a bit of an apology. We'll get this sorted out. But thank you.
Um, it was a replacement to the beatings from the counselor, so
Yeah.
You're just playing.
I get awful big.
Can't help
big
it. They have
playing.
very, very, very sharp teeth.
All right.
Oh, and this way towards the bathhouse. No.
Order detours to give her mom a hug before following out.
She would nod. I am happy I did not have to chase you down for that.
When was the last time you had to do that?
I don't know. When was the last time I tanned your hide?
The real questions.
Oh no.
Moira thinks, notices the group getting away. I'll get back to you on that.
Not a long time. Your manners have been excellent. You're welcome.
Love you too.
Done this favor for you.
Rose my daughter right, I did. Hardworking, respectful, polite.
Thank you, Mama Son.
Got after me with the sandal less than the other kids on the street.
Eventually.
Let's hold up. We've never seen Moira bald. She probably has a like sandal-sized spot on the back of her head.
Nope. It's an actual dent in a different part of the body. If you don't have a sandal, it can just rest there perfectly. All right. Getting there, you have the one door that acts almost like a safety door to your guys' bathhouse, in which Lorelei is feeding a plethora of fish her and Sierra have brought with, happily sating the twin sea serpents and leaving them with a extra swimming around in the water happily.
I brought some red
Yeah.
meat too.
They would eat the red meat first. That's new. That's exotic. It reminds them of the lizard.
More gamey.
Hmm. Has the nice chew to it. All right.
Dron's eyes
Well.
narrow, concerned.
We having a party?
You have
You
a guest.
multiple.
You see, actually, even in the hallway, there is like almost a torch glow that is uncharacteristic for your people moving around their own keep. And the air actually feels slightly warmer in the group's presence.
I peek out of the door since the hallway's kind of full.
In the greater room in the hallway, the arc druid of the Ember Druids waits with two younger elves behind him. The Circle of Flames is the name of your grove. And you would know the name of this particular elf as the Lord of Embers, Yerth Flamgrill. I will link it. Boop.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
All of 2 value.
The Lord of Embers.
pleasant
their
surprise.
Flam-
One moment. Like, finish up with the beasties. Make sure they're all happy and settled. Sort of clean myself up a bit.
Wait, I don't have any
He
ideas.
nods patiently, his arms crossed behind his back, and he makes a gesture to the two other elves who move to sit at what's it called? One of the couches you have in there. It doesn't show on this one, but there are couches in this room. You inherited them. They were here when you got here.
And then I will make my way out and give him a formal druid greeting and speak in wild song.
What do you say in Wild Song? There's just a greeting?
Yeah, just a greeting, and then I'll ask him, what do I owe the pleasure?
Is that also in Wild Song?
Yes, and then I will look at the children. Do I recognize the children?
Yeah, they were some of the up-and-comers when you left. Probably like just initiate druids, probably like maybe level 1.
Do they look like they're adults in elf years?
Yeah, like late teens. You'd mark them somewhere between like 16 and 19 equivalents.
So not quite they haven't reached 100 yet. They're like
No,
in their like 50s.
something like that. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then so then I will look at them as well and say, and you too. I'll address them by their names if I know their names. If I don't know their names,
You wouldn't know the
okay.
names. They're one of the various like. Well, actually, don't make a just static intelligence roll. No, you don't know the names.
I don't know who these people are.
Yeah,
Their faces seem familiar, but other than that,
novices, learning the basics, but weren't
they're
anyone.
babies.
Yeah, they're babies. They seem more confident now in based on their gear, they have like light leather armor or hide armor. They wear like weapons that seem to have basic magical properties on them. So they've probably gained a little bit of renowned or experience. What Yurth would smile and return the greeting in Wild Song before replying in common. These ordeals will likely affect your compatriots as well, so we might speak plainly for their benefit.
Ordeals. Do they still look guilty?
They do. They do look guilty. There has been a conflict that is rising in the circle, and the other elders and venerable ones are torn as to how it should be handled, with the majority leaning in a way I am being pressured not to take. In the deliberation, in the interests of this circle, I wish to distance myself from the commoners and non-combatants there, that the circle would be safeguarded while I figure out how to handle this. You were, to my knowledge, our strongest traveling member, the one who's kept in contact most readily, and the one within a reasonable travel distance. So I've come here to enlighten you and your group to the situation.
Okay. Is this the this be appropriate meeting that I'd say we'd need maybe we need some tea or something?
Yes, somewhere more appropriate and suiting to your taste as host would function, rather than the hallway of a dank basement area.
Well, we've been working on the dankness. It's not as dank anymore.
Not that bad.
Clean up right now. You should have seen it before, I think.
Unaccustomed to being in man-built tunnels, surrounded by naught but brickwork with stone above me.
Compare, this is probably built
Pretty
by
dank in the other sense. Yeah, it's pretty dank, bro. You should try Under the Mountains then for weeks. If you think this is bad.
I recall you sharing your stories when you came just recent. I do not envy you. I have gazed upon the Dwarven Mountains for centuries and have not been inclined to enter. Though the attitude of the squat ones are not an enjoyment on my ears. And I need not have my tempers flared.
As you probably saw and passed and hears dwarves working right now.
Yeah, for sure.
For the tunnels. Okay. Then yeah, let's return to my garden and see if we can get some refreshments before we get into whatever this is. And then I'll Sierra and I will start leading them back upstairs, not knowing that they were just at the garden.
Yeah, he actually, when you guys say, he turns and walks with the group, seeming to know the direction.
And then
The
I'll
open-
ask staff if we get some tea and
Trumpets.
snacks.
Who are you asking?
Yeah.
Tea and crumpets.
But you were
What?
saying,
I said, who are you asking for tea and crumpets? You have an interesting.
do we have staff? I thought we had
Nope.
some staff. No?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Then I will go get them.
We do have Alec. I'm sure he'd love to get tea and crumpets.
You
I
can
would
always
start
send
now.
one of the two dragons.
Yeah, we do have 2 dragons downstairs.
The 2 mighty
Yes, true.
wizards.
They're farther downstairs. They're where the dwarves are working.
The wizards
That's
are, the wizards are very
base-
busy.
Yeah, the base of the stairs where you guys are opening up for the what's it called? The sea serpents.
Is our resident Serenite guy? Are they like some of them still here?
Yeah, they're over in the
Brother
temple.
Ray. Mhm.
Brother Ray spent most of his time in the temple.
Then I'd maybe ask him if you wouldn't mind.
Right.
Or I'd ask. Well, yeah, that's Moira. Moira,
I-
if that'd be okay.
I can just step into the kitchen if you really need me to.
Okay, that I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.
The elder gentleman gives you a deep nod. Blessing of the sun upon you, and thank you for your hospitality.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll be right back. Relatively speaking.
Rick goes to join you to give you an extra set of hands to help carry stuff on over.
Yeah. I imagine it won't take too long to make up some tea and, like, I don't know, some quick snacky stuff that's
Yeah.
tasty.
Grit and Moira, make a perception check.
Perception.
Oh.
Hey, I'm good at those.
Oh no!
I can do that.
Found this
can-
can
Hell
of
yeah.
beans in the back of the cupboard.
All right.
I see everything.
It is not what you see that matters.
Oh.
It's what you don't see.
Ah,
All right. Moira, once you guys are passing the courtyard, you would hear the elder speaking to the group that your pet goblin is remarkably well trained. You all have done well for yourselves.
Oh, minor correction there. He's not a pet.
Grit is not a pet. He's family.
He's
What are you talking about?
the fact that Grit is wearing his own name on a dog collar doesn't help.
Yeah, I
Mine
also
is-
believe that Grit is well trained. He's very, very proficient.
Trained himself. I mean, minus the fact that he likes a collar. It's a fashion statement. It's actually a very capable wizard. And
He can do tricks.
a very good friend.
A wizard. That is surprising. I figure such creatures are more adept to sorcery at best. But this area's come a long way. It wasn't but few years ago that most of this land was ravaged by their kind. And now they walk amongst its denizens as more than servants, apparently.
To be fair, I don't think there's many like Grit's kind.
Like Grit is one of a kind, and the other denizens here may surprise you. That they are not all like maybe a majority of their other brethren.
it is good that humans have come to work closer with the bestial races. They have more comparable lifespans, and I suppose would be able to share more comparable experiences. I always thought it weird that such creatures looked down upon one another when they have such similarities. He nods politely to you, Juron.
It is. He's not sure that he'll compliment.
Um,
I'm just happy you
Yes.
took it as a compliment.
Compliment.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why would he look at it about it poorly?
um,
I mean, I'd say you'd find that to be true in with
Yeah.
any race of people or being. There's always going to be some reason why a group is going to be prejudiced against another group. But I don't think it always needs to be so.
ideals and experiences and perspectives greatly outweigh blood and appearances.
Yes.
Once the other two have come, he would take a moment to enjoy the tea and informs you there will be none for the other two.
That bad is the reason for your visit solely due to the heirs of these two,
It
whose
is.
names are?
Kargas and Aklal. Two, I was confident. He doesn't turn his head, but his eyes jerk in the direction he knows they remain before returning and pretty systematically shifting his gaze across the six of you. A diplomatic meeting with another large and potent grove that ended catastrophically. One of them almost looks like he wants to chime in, but the elder's eyes widen and dart to him, cowing the youth.
I'm about to ask who screwed the pooch, or how they screwed the pooch, but well, you're druid, so I feel like that might be taken out of context. What happened?
I will paraphrase that their unnecessary biases do not muddle the situation. There was a conflict of words and what I have gathered non-damaging magics in the axe. My two apprentices were kicked from an establishment of their grove and told to leave by members of the host grove. Minor bits of, from all I have seen, non-significant violence was committed between this pair and the host. And a fire was set in retaliation by my apprentice and I am informed the damage is significant and spiritual in nature.
Duran would lean to Flynn.
That was fire to spirits.
Holy fire?
What? First, as she's hearing this, Lorelai will look over at the two as she's listening, and also give them just a stare down. She's narrow eyes, very angry. Before turning back, which grove, which circle was hosting them?
In northern Andoran, you were all knowledgeable. That is the nation to your guys' southeast. The Shining Kingdoms, it is known as. In northern Andoran, the Grove of Wild Blooms. Lorelai, you can make a nature check to know a bit about them. Anyone else may make a very difficult society check.
Alrighty.
Duran knows that people live in houses, and that's about as far as his society goes.
I love that I went from a 20 to a 1.
Oh, yeah.
It's a rough roll, Flynn. All right. Grit, you Grit, Utme, and Lorelai collectively all know that the Grove of Wild Blooms is a reclusive and very traditional and ancient druid grove that exists somewhere unknown in the wilds of northern Andoran. Lorelai, you would know that being a druid in a circle it's not surprising that your elder and could direct others to other druid groves. But most commoners don't know the hidden location of that. Dense and deep in the woods, it is known to exist. Unmei, or should I say, all of you would also know they are a neutral-ish grove. They are both known for aiding in farmland and helping like smaller areas along the northern area of the country. They have been known to warn against over mining and over consumption, and there have been cases where they have people have come to logging camps to find everyone killed, and a letter stating their overreach left to those who find the site.
Reminds me of a certain fire druid. Not quite that bad.
I'm feeling nice.
Oh yeah, no. These guys come and they're like, "Hey,
I
you
wasn't
guys are
gonna murder
overcutting.
nobody
You need to calm down." And
until
they come back
Duran
and
said, "Hey,
everyone's dead.
we'll kill you."
Hey, I didn't say we'd kill him. I just suggested that we could.
But they are largely neutral. They will commit acts of evil. They oftentimes commit acts of benevolence. They safeguard the wildland. You guys would also all know they are a plant druid circle, focusing mainly on the order of plants. And sightings and tales of them note what's it called? They oftentimes travel with Leshy. And there are more than one members of them that are actually just straight up Leshy. Unmei, in your more extensive knowledge of your surrounding area, and looking into this, finding out that it is a powerful group, it is said that their leader is a incredibly powerful nature spirit. People don't know the exact details, but it's been referred to in the notes when you've found bits on it that the Circle of Wild Bloom is ran by an avatar of nature itself. Though you found one such comment from one who is said to be like a survivor of one of their massacres.
So their leader is this really powerful tree spirit, or nature spirit, or dirt spirit. And I heard it from a guy who knows a fellow who says it's true.
I know a guy whose cousin's wife. Okay, so now having
Took me a second to find a theme.
having more of that knowledge, I'd say that you could probably, those standing nearest Lorelei could also probably feel it getting a little bit warmer in here next to her. And she will glare daggers into the two.
Yeah.
And without needing any kind of check, it's very obvious that she is using all of her willpower to keep her anger in check. And say, so you thought, although I don't think there was any thinking involved, that you would be a guest at someone else's grove, just as our circle has hosted gatherings at ours and has made several good friends and allies with many different druids from different circles, that you would go into their home where you are lucky to ever even get to see in the first place, especially being as young as you are. And you would start fighting with this host, avatar of nature itself. And then at the end, take it upon yourself to destroy their home with fire. An element that you know you are also supposed to respect and is not used lightly for fun or in anger for whatever slight you think there was. You went into a plant circle and burned it because they kicked you out. It's already embarrassing enough that you were kicked out. but you set it on fire?
I don't want to. I like where you're going with this, and I don't want to contradict you, Elder Sir. But I know you said you didn't want to color. You didn't want to color the situation with their emotions on this one, but actually, I'm really interesting for them to color in the blanks here because everything Lorelai says here makes way. Like I'm having a problem making this gap.
I'm
connection
surprised
too.
they're not dead.
Yeah. I'm having problem filling in these gaps too. I actually do want them to explain it to
Now,
us.
I'd have killed them, and I'd try to find peace.
Yeah.
I was gonna, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I was going to,
Yeah.
like, now I need to know the details. But yeah, no, she's just
Yeah.
letting it all sink in.
Yeah. You did an amazing recap to what I heard, and yeah.
Make a diplomacy check, and then what's it called? Yurth looks to you as if seeing if he considers you, if you are done, or and welcome their explanation.
She would have ended her speech with not helping a little bit of chaos underneath of just what the fuck is wrong with you? You are lucky to still be breathing. I
This
need
is rudimentary. Your
answers.
guys' passive perception. They are racked with guilt and fear.
Not enough.
As damn well there
I'll have
should be.
Sears
You know what?
probably sensing
Behind
my emotions.
Lorelai, I'm gonna just give him an intimidate.
Go for it.
I think Sierra
you
would give
notice-
him an intimidate too if she's standing right behind me now.
Yeah, do it.
Glaring them.
Go ahead. You can go ahead. The two younger
The two
elves'
animals.
eyes water, and you all can begin to smell the scent of urine from these two cowering elves. They
We'll need to be
actually
cleaning that up.
they struggle for several moments at the overwhelming fear that the two of them fear, the large cat and the fox person, and one of them, and shaky words, finally starts to get words out. We put up with it for a while. They said a lot of bad things about our order and anyone who is part of the Flame Order. We were quiet for a long time. They kind of talk back and forth and chime in bits. And then when we argued back, they just got more aggressive. We stood up for themselves, and never. They started throwing water at us and making other insults. So we started making insults, and then they approached, and I was able to hit one. The other one, like, commenting, like, looking at him like, what? And then it got angry, and when they kicked us out, we just were angry, and
Thought you would prove them right about what they thought of us by uncaringly just.
I don't know what you guys hold sacred, but you guys are fire druids, so I gotta imagine there's gotta be some kind of sacred bonfire you guys have around. If I were to come to your home, I was invited, and hey, whatever, you had opinions on me, and my answer was, I'm going to go pee in your sacred bonfire and pee your sacred bonfire out. What would happen to me?
they look up and go ahead, Lorelai.
Just putting everything that led up to this to the side for a moment. If they were insulting the order and insulting maybe our reverence for fire and its uses and what it does and its propensity for destruction, most likely that was one of their many issues they brought
nod,
up.
almost seeming like, oh, you're agreeing with us. You understand.
So you thought as your final stand in your defense of yourself was to prove them right by using fire to demonstrate your power and cause destruction.
They don't reply immediately. Your comments, from what I've gauged, Congress has violated our bond with nature and lost his access to our power. Based on their story and nature's response, he was the one who set the wildfire.
Wait, who?
Congress, he's one of the two. There's Congress and Aklol. Got the names. You would know that basically him doing this violated your guys' or is anathema to your guys' order, and nature revoked him for it. That's what happens if you break druid orders. Nature says no. Yep.
So this.
Anything divine.
Oh, so they've lost access to their primal powers.
Congress says, yeah. That's what he said.
It goes beyond just making enemies or adversaries of other druids. That's not what fire should be used for in this context. It has great destructive power, but that should never be used lightly due to personal insult.
The two, and with the pleas from their family, have stated that there is a sincere remorse from these two, and they wish to act in accordance of redeeming themselves and finding recompense for the action. However, the envoy sent from the Grove of Wild Blooms has demanded their sacrifice in response to the loss of a grove that aged over a century.
The entire grove?
I am not sure of the details of the damage, but a specific grove apparently that was over a year old was lost to the fire started by these two. The emissary was curt and short-worded, and said that they need be sacrificed for the atrocity committed against their home. So it appears their hosts are in agreement with many of you. Many of the elders and the families of the Circle of Flames wish to seek other forms of recourse and redemption and recompense to the Grove, but it does not sound like the Wild Blooms are open to alternatives.
So, just to get it right, so the Flame Druids are wanting some other form of recompense from them?
A number of them, those connected or more sympathetic to the youth, have backed this idea. There are many of our orders who fully agree with your Kitsune companion, and that such an act is more than deserving of death. And the way the emissary had worded it, it will not be a pleasant one. Their emissary was as colored as you and then some when he delivered the missive. And we have been ensured failure to comply might lead to all-out hostility between the two circles, and this is not something our circle will survive.
Okay, now I don't get me wrong. Personal opinion, God, you guys definitely deserve to die for this one. But fine, let's just not. Let's try to prevent that.
So,
I mean, if they haven't been killed yet, is there any way they can make
Yeah.
up for and atone? Because killing them doesn't help them help the other people at this point.
I mean, they're elves, they'll live centuries. They could just be enslaved to plant trees for hundreds of years. That will at least make up for the 100 years that the other grove lost. But we're talking semantics here. Well, why do they why do they have you guys come on over if they were just going to
Just
roast
gonna
you?
kill
Like,
'em?
what did
Yeah.
you guys do to do that?
well, wait, hold on. So, as far as you know, their main and oldest parts of their grove, are they still standing? You said a year. Because then you said one that was a year old.
No, the grove that the missive mentioned that demands these two's death was over a century old. I am not on what the emissary had informed me of. I do not know the extent of the damage.
But
He
it was
arrived.
one of their older ones that
That is what he said.
was
Yes,
damaged.
his words were a grove that outlived the century, and that the only recompense they will accept is the sacrifice of the two perpetrators who did this. And failure to comply will lead to the outright hostility and retaliation of the Grove of Wild Blooms.
Okay. So is part of the reason you're bringing this to me, seems, especially since you seem undecided in ways that you're hoping for a different outcome? Like you want me to try and find a different solution?
Final solution?
No, not precisely. Being within the village, the hostilities were rising. There was a high chance before we could even turn these two over, members of our own circle would kill them and hand the bodies over. There is a chance that might not be good enough for the other circle, and would, in seeking to appease them, create an inevitable war for denying them the retaliation. Others were getting hostile, especially the parents of these two, and were possibly to come with blows at those threatening their children. I said I would deal with it appropriately, took the two as leader, and left so that it is in neither of two groups' hands. And I hope if the ire of the Circle of Wild Bloom is drawn, it is not drawn to our home, as those they want are not there. After leaving, I recalled that you said you'd set up near a human town, and while it is only slightly out of my way to come here before before heading to the Circle of Wild Bloom, I also know in your last visit, your power has eclipsed mine noticeably. And where a druid wields strength, they wield wisdom. I figure I would seek your final counsel in making this decision. I sympathize with the empathy towards the young and the empathy of the family. But in all accounts, their acts warrant their execution, especially in such a circle. We've had animosity with the plant druids ever since we came to be. It is no surprise an order of plants and wood has an innate animosity to the destructive power of our order. And as you've passionately stated, these two proved them right, at least as far as they are concerned.
Jiran would actually kind of like step forward. Given circumstances, I suppose it best be asked of the two perpetrators. If no other solution is provided, would you seek to survive or protect your people and die honorably?
As they eventually muster their words, they seek a lot of alternatives. They can leave, they can run away, they can never practice druid stuff again. One of them says they'll never start a fire again. Neither of them seem forthcoming in a willingness to die.
I don't.
What? Sorry, go ahead, Lorelai.
I don't wish.
I don't expect for you to condemn these two to death, but if all else fails, these two must make a decision to either doom all those they know or survive. And they should make that decision before we find other solutions.
Well, also,
What were you even doing there?
how?
Like, why were you invited to the other group?
The elder actually speaks up. I had sent the two to speak with them and seek if we can exchange knowledge and wisdom with what we've learned in this new age of primal magic with what they have learned. To my knowledge, they never got that far. They both shake their head and like lower their head and shake it.
Do they fulfill what they went there for?
They just don't reply.
Were you just like? Did you get to the grove and they just said your mother was a hamster? Like, how did you get here?
There's a saying, "Don't kill the messenger," but
no, it's just a common
Sometimes.
fire druid prank. You light people's stuff on fire. It's funny.
Just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
Just a social experiment.
It's just
It's a social
So-
experiment.
Honestly, I'm willing to only go as far as Lorelai deems necessary. This is per
Yeah,
order.
it's your people, of course.
If you want to try to save them, I'm willing to make the trip over to talk to the spirit with you. But if you think they deserve death and it doesn't need to go to that, then that's your choice.
I understand the problems with being young and impulsive and making bad choices, bad decisions, and not fully understanding and giving the amount of respect to and for the powers that nature provides us with. And you pair what you would call teenage hormones and spirit, we'll say, with powers greater than they realize and without any sort of control or real discipline. It's a recipe for disaster. But also, that is just it. There was clearly a lack of or a poor choice in judgment to send these two to such a hostile, or at least a grove where there is such high tension. I don't believe I would have chosen such young initiates to take that responsibility. And I don't mean disrespect, but I
You
think
were
this
clearly
was
correct in that perspective, and that was a shortcoming of my own. I was by no means expecting to have made, but have inarguably done.
I don't wish for anyone to die, especially when it's kids that were being stupid and got angry and did a stupid thing. But I believe that if you were to just run away, as you said, or never practice primal magics again, give up any your connection to those magics altogether, I don't believe that would fix anything either. And I don't know necessarily that their sacrifice would really do too much to change things either, because it will definitely fuel even more anger and animosity from our group against the wild blooms. And I feel like war would eventually break out anyway. But letting you guys go and disappear would just lead to fighting as well. And even just having you here, I feel, if they don't know that you're not home, And just because you aren't there, it doesn't mean that they won't come to our grove looking for you and attack anyway. Not, believing that you're being hidden. They may just raise it to the ground to find you. I don't take them as the kind to let things go.
Yurth would comment, that is the present fear of our people, is that in sparing these two children, we will cause the deaths of many innocent. Though they are in agreement of you, they feel it is too grave a response to kill the children. But it is on them to decide the
Punishment.
the magnitude of the punishment, and the sacrifice was what they, in no small amount of words, demanded of these two.
I feel like our last option is that to speak with them as soon as possible before they decide to go pay our grove a visit anyway. And perhaps try and show them that even though fire can be devastating, it's also a spark of life.
Eyes point to Mario.
New growth can happen in the ashes. It can, I would say fertilize, what is the word? It can
nourish,
Invigorate?
like enrich and nourish the
Enrich is a good
soil
one. Yeah.
for new life to grow and thrive.
I
Warmth.
what I'm gathering is they're not worried about that. Lorelai, you speak to your plants while you garden. They have leshy, they said. How old were the voices in that grove?
So are you saying it would be pointless?
I'm saying you should remember that when you're talking to them, they're talking as if these two have killed some of their elders, and you should not walk into it not thinking that that's their perspective. We might still be able to talk to them, but we should talk to them knowing full well they are grieving the loss of their elders.
Would I have any knowledge of like that if the plants are destroyed, like the spirit of nature itself, like it's still, they would still perhaps be around, like if new growth were to happen, the spirits of those old plants could still be brought back.
Make a nature check. I will also let you use your class DC for this. Basically like a spell attack roll, essentially. You're a druid. You see nature in a different way than even the most trained in nature.
So would it be the plus, is it the plus 26, the spell roll? Or
yes. I think your spell roll and your class roll are the same unless they're different. Yeah, you can also
They're
just see
different.
your
Oh wait,
on combat. There's the
yeah,
class.
they're different because my nature is legendary, but I'm a master spellcaster, not a legendary.
Spell attack
Oh.
and DC.
Oh, the DC is 36.
Yeah. So roll. Yeah, it'd be plus 26 then.
Yeah, so the nature is a plus 30 and then plus 26 for a spell attack. Or
Yeah,
36.
or it'd be plus 26 for because of the class roll isn't a thing. Class DC is, but I'm making it a thing for this.
Mhm.
So yeah, 26. That's a 56. So go ahead to shave 30 off that. All right. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like my nature roll plus that. Okay.
No, just your class DC. It would be like I said, it's almost like using a specific lore. I'm using it essentially as a specific lore. You understand nature and the ways of druids better than someone who just studied trees their whole life. So it is depending on the damage done, you know that nature can be resilient and regrow. It's weird trying to get in the heads of plant druids. You know that like fire is a much more aggressive and coming and going element. Fires rise, fires fall, and fires always exist sustaining on the existence of something else. That is the raw nature of flame. With plants, they're a little bit more benign. And you feel that honestly, the way Grip put it is very realistic. This is like a lot of likely people to them just got killed. And even if some or even many of them could like find a way to recover, they've all been at least horribly burned and horribly stabbed and horribly maimed. Nature always recovers. That is the aspect of nature. Nature doesn't get put down by anything, no matter how much humans might try. But the individual lives may have been lost, or if nothing else, severely injured. The emissary didn't give that much information. So at worst, he went around in a veterans hall and just stabbed everyone, and everyone survived.
So
At
burns
worst,
also calm down.
I feel like nature would be extra strong in a plant druid's grove and with an avatar and Leshy watching over. So could I realistically believe that there's a chance that those spirits can be recultivated?
yeah, there's. I mean, like I said,
And
there's
healed?
a chance that they didn't even like, die. Yeah, they could just be healed. What's it called? Yeah, you can make the assumption that the spirits are still there. They've just been very injured.
For the Leshy, or
What?
No, all they did it was a grove.
we said spirit as what?
Yeah, she's all basically like spirit of the plants, but it's not so much that you're already dealing with nature druids. The best way I could describe it would be, imagine if someone went to like the redwoods and like chopped a bunch of redwood trees down. But given time, they will bloom from the stumps, and eventually, 100 and 200 years, that redwood will regrow. But the redwood's still chopped down for people who worship the redwood.
I'm reminded of Lord of the Rings, where the Ent sees his grove cut down, and he said, "I knew these ones when they were saplings. They had names." To
The
a
elves
bunch of
woke them up.
literal plant people druids, that's kind of what I'm feeling is happening.
Yeah, you can make a strong case that the spirit of the nature and everything will all
Mhm.
ultimately be fine. But you know druids enough to, and especially with the calls they're making, it's easy to assume they likely know this information as well, especially being plant druids. If they're calling for sacrifices anyway, they might not care, or they might just be angry. You do understand people being angry and acting out of passion. But this was also an
Oh, yeah.
envoy sent to your grove. So yeah, no, you could make a claim that they, over time, everything could get back to normal and everything will be fine. But those 100-year-old redwoods are gone.
I feel like if we don't try this going to them directly, then no matter what, no matter where you go, you will be in danger.
Danger.
And so will your grove, our grove, no matter what. And if we want to continue expanding and sharing information and experiences and understanding other parts of what all makes up the primal, then we have to try something, try whatever we can to prevent war with other circles and try to stop before their other people's hate and animosity. For flame druids is completely solidified. If there's a way to get that to end, and if not, no matter what, you will either be running for the rest of your lives or you will die. Whether it's by their hands, going to see them yourself, or in trying to fight them along with the rest of us. So I don't want to just give up without trying. Perhaps the only other card we'd have to play is that maybe you can learn and explore another order if we can make it so you can learn and connect with the plants order. Learn to actually connect with plant primal powers themselves, explore the order, and learn how it works and thinks and feels, and eventually come to truly understand it and respect it. You are young. You can learn still. And more killing it's just all together. There's already loss of life in a sense. I don't want to lose. I don't like the idea of losing more. but I think it's our the only option other than to let them just take you. We try one last time to reach some sort of understanding. I haven't explored into the actual order of plants. But as much as I love and respect the flame order, I also have explored and gotten to understand and have a deep love and connection with multiple orders, with the animals, the untamed, and plants. I also have a deep connection with. So it's the only thing I can think to try is to go to them directly as soon as possible and try one last time to make some sort of new deal. Otherwise, yeah, all I can see is fighting and war and more druids, including young druids, and more of nature, of its plants, its animals, everything dying as casualties.
Very well. Take your time to make preparations, and we will set out when it is suiting for you and your retinue. As I assume the others of you will be traveling with us.
I am happy to help you and add my add what I can to.
I said I would back what she did.
Sure.
Make
I'll do what I
go
can.
by yourself.
I'll make it not worse.
All right. We can rest for the day and perhaps depart in the morning, unless you'd wish travel this evening. I appear to have stumbled upon you giving clergy to the sun and handling some sort of paperwork.
The demands of running the little bureaucracies of running your team. Yes, we'll finish up that soon.
I need do same thing for my circle, or I have those who do such for me. When would you wish to depart?
Well, I guess the question is how long of a travel is it?
It will be a few days.
A day. All right.
Not all as
How
fast
fast
as you.
Some of us can get there probably within the day, but others cannot. So
We just got to try.
Yeah, well, some druids
try real hard.
get their Hearthstone and also a free teleport back to the druid circle, so it's a little bit cheaty.
Yeah, but
Mm.
that takes them back to their own circle, not where they want to be.
Oh, fair enough.
When do I get one of those?
Were there any
When you
portals in
become a
that
good
area?
enough druid.
I'm already better than my elder. What are you talking about?
He don't got one, so.
But yeah, I'd say that's kind of up to the group majority though, because of how everyone has personal things that they're also have been working on, things to get done here. And then as far as travel goes, I don't know if we want to use the trees and arrive first and wait? Or do we want to take the slower route altogether? I don't know. It's kind of
It's probably best not for any of the druids of the flame to get there immediately without backup.
okay.
Agreed.
Then
Yeah, just in case.
They are also not capable of that level of spellcraft.
oh,
Gosh,
that's
we're
right.
helping noobs.
Only me and Sierra can do it. Can and our archmage can do it though.
Yes.
Okay, our archdruid. So yes, then it's just what do you, the rest of the group think? Do you want to leave tonight, or do you want to have the evening to prepare and leave tomorrow?
I'm going to hope this is a fast turnaround, and tomorrow would be my preference. I will need to make some preparations, so in case folk arrive while we are still out, they are properly directed.
Yes, I am expecting a Kenku.
Mhm.
As you guys are deliberating and preparing your stuff, you begin to notice something. The plants in your garden are growing
That's what they do.
visibly.
Oh.
If you look really closely, you can always see them grow.
Lorelei, did you
This would
plant
be-
nothing but bamboo?
What?
Bamboo goes very quick.
Oh yeah, it's just a bamboo garden. Sorry.
My choice, but you do you.
All bamboo
notice
and then one little mushroom section.
Yeah.
the castle ceiling has visibly been lifted a few feet from all the bamboo pushing it up.
No, it is. You were watching days or weeks of growth slowly happening before your eyes across the entirety of this garden.
Is this of the plant druids doing?
Yeah, is there some sort of check?
Yeah. You can go ahead and make a nature check, anyone.
Oh,
Anyone,
Anyway,
as well.
Ah,
Yeah, anyone.
Yeah.
Don't worry. If you're not trained, I'm not worried about you succeeding.
yeah, go my nature roll.
I supplement my arcana.
Yeah, there you go.
Lorelei has a plus 56
Unified
to her
being.
nature check.
No, that was a wrong roll.
She's cheating.
Oh, that was
If I need
so
to,
absurd.
if I need to, I'd use a hero point to try and get higher. But yeah,
Did I pass my nature check?
You did not.
Damn.
You definitely think you did.
You see, plants just do that.
Yeah. What's it called? Someone is, what's it called? Likely casting something in the immediate vicinity that is creating this effect. And whatever it is not a normal spell, especially not that you would know. You don't get much more than that. If you want to use a hero point, you can, Lorelei.
Okay.
would this potentially be Fey or elementally related, especially Fey?
No.
No, I haven't. I'm doing something right now.
Can I do like a perception?
Perception wouldn't gain you any extra knowledge.
look out the window. Does anything outside seem to be growing abnormally fast also?
Yes.
Is there
Oh,
like
no.
a clear cutoff, or?
Somebody planted beans.
No.
There can be a cutoff.
Oh.
Clover contract. I don't know, but shenanery might always. I always start there with shenanery, and I'll be back.
What's up?
I mean,
I'm gonna go check out the Clover
tending to
contract.
it.
Wait, you're going to? Oh,
He said
well,
Faye.
Grit. Neither Faye nor Elemental would have any. Would be applicable to this. But Grit, you know, if everything is randomly, wildly being affected, there is a presence here. It is more than just spellcraft. Something has arrived.
Oh,
Is it?
something.
Either
I convey as much. Something big is here.
all I can think is either the wild blooms has
Could
come
be the head druid
to talk,
of
or
the spirit thing.
my dogs are freaking out. But
You had mentioned
or-
a nature spirit.
Can Jiran run out the front to go to the courtyard?
You can.
Meow.
Luckily,
I
nothing's planted here, so nothing's growing.
Yep. I'm
Hooray!
yeah, I would also head out as well.
All right, where's everyone
Expect
going?
us all to head out.
Jiran, go to ramparts to look over.
I'm gonna start heading towards the front entrance, just in case I have a guess that inside the front door is
Where were
actually
the
good.
spirit? Where were the shits blooming? I'm heading that way.
I'm heading to the
Everywhere.
front door also.
How tall are our walls?
All
Well,
right.
I'll follow
like
Lorelai because she
20,
probably
40
knows where
feet?
to go.
I jump up to the ramparts and
All
walk
right.
across the roof to see who's there. Just
Outside, there are 4 cloaked figures, and they carry an altar of a great vined plant that lets out a obvious energy even to those who aren't particularly attuned to it. Everywhere in your vicinity, looking around, save like the trees, has grown to its full size as they sit there, faces covered by the large cloaks. All 4 of them flanking the large plant between them.
Can Jiran come down from the ramparts from seeing this?
You can.
I will come down from the ramparts.
I'll be on the ground
Can I also have Chashik?
out by the front door.
What's it called? The elder stands behind you. The 2 druids have no intention of going anywhere near the front door, and honestly, are kind of by the back wall, behind Grit and Jiran.
Probably a good idea. Say hello.
If they notice you, they do
Hello.
not immediately speak. But you do gain the disposition that they are elves and they are of some level of strength themselves.
Then I will take a step up and again do a wild song greeting. And then reiterate it as well in common. And introduce myself and ask who do we owe the pleasure?
The words that come back sound like a swarm of insects as you hear a voice from all of you, from all of the grass, the trees, the plants, in at least 100 feet, speak in unison. We come for the fleeing sacrifices.
I'll look at the. Is it just a big plant? Does it look like something's could be like inside of it, like it's brought there, or
It just looks like a plant. You can attempt a nature lore, or a knowledge nature. Anyone can to try to identify what you're looking at. Reach restroom real quick.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Looks like a giant plant to me.
Looks like to me.
I think it's actually a dog.
It's a government plant. Get rid of it.
Ah, it's fed.
It's glowing.
the Arcana roll?
I'd love to use this plus 2 Arcana.
Oh, not as good as my previous one.
Unify theory. I will roll on occult, nature, and divine religion with Arcana.
Nice.
Nerd.
Yep.
Nerd indeed.
Some really good rolls. All right. Right. Well, Grit, you know that this plant is some kind of otherworldly being, but is not just a plant. But despite your guys' extensive knowledge, none of you know what you're dealing with.
Okay, that's up there. Okay.
Hmm.
Am I speaking with the avatar of nature and the guardian of the wild blooms?
The voices chime out, and when speaking is done, again, it is all plants seemingly in well over 100 feet, if not larger, that speak in unison. The group of you can see all of your denizens on ramparts, looking through windows, looking through the doors behind you. Everyone in the keep hears that all the plants at 100 feet are talking.
Well, are they all like communicating in common?
All the people, yeah. Well, most of them are just looking. And yeah, the plants are speaking in common. You all understand what they're saying. What's it called?
God, the trees are talking druid.
Yeah, you can speak to plants. This isn't like plant speaking plant. These is the grass speaking common. You speak to the essence of nature itself.
And she'll do, I guess. I don't know if it would be, I mean, probably, but kind of like a thing to bow a little bit, almost like before she already had it's the druid greeting of respect, but like she would show, I guess, more reverence for an actual representation of nature in some way. Make a gesture, and say that she is honored and humbled to be in its presence.
One of the elves speak up. We don't seek tradition or empty gestures from a flame wizard. Another one speaking up. We come here merely for what is owed to us in recompense. There's actually two elves speaking.
I know why you come. I was hoping to speak with you about the two. May I ask, to the extent what was lost? How much life was damaged?
Another of them speak up. More life than the entirety of your circle is worth. Another
sounds like a
one
threat.
speaking up. That which is older than any here, I am certain.
I'm approaching my second century. At least as old as me. um, looking at the elves, being of a mortal race yourselves and elves, you still understand the the immaturity and lack of understanding and experience and control that our young have. These two have not even fully matured in their own right as elves, yet alone in having understanding, respect, and mastery over the powers that the earth provided them. But I don't mean to mitigate or underplay the amount of destruction their lack of emotional control caused. I just hope that we can find an actual, like, equal understanding of each other. I feel connections with more than just the flames. And the life of plants and the things that grow in nature is one that is also very dear to me. Another order that I hope to be able to explore, as I have done with the animals and the untamed and the elements. Is there some sort of understanding that can be found for these two that doesn't involve more death for them, for our people, for the nature in our groves? Do you not think you can provide them with education to actually understand and respect your way of life?
You could attempt a diplomacy check.
Anyone want to help?
No one will be able to help unless they're actually chiming in for the argument.
I said normally I would, but I have already said I would allow you to do everything.
We got
Plus
my Lorelei.
My nature skills are kind of shit.
No.
Hero point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on.
Yeah, it is not my place to make this argument yet. It's my
is
job
there
to defend the keep.
okay. Can I? How many points do we have actually? Is it just 2?
It depends on the person. You have 3.
3? Okay.
If you need to, you can always click on the pin and then go back to the individual effects of different hero points, and you can find it there.
Okay. Can I use 2 and add a +4 to the reroll?
You can. So bring down the 1 hero point left and go ahead.
Good luck.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh my.
I'll buffer here too. Why not? Whatever hero point got used to do that shit.
What one do you want to use?
Everyone gives their bonus. I don't know. Like.
I think it's not particular.
It should be in the age
Or just give someone else a +2 to a roll before rolling. That one.
Guess all one I can give. Yeah.
Okay, that costs 1 for you to give. It's a nocticular one.
Yep.
All right.
I'll burn my hero point for that to assist that too.
All right.
I can assist you that way. That's the only way I can assist you right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you some of my fortune here as well, please.
So add a +8 to your roll.
And I'll give you a guidance too. Why not?
Is that a D4?
It's a +1 or +2. Sorry.
Yeah, because you're fucking Unmei. It's normally +1. Unmei is stupid, so he gets a +2.
Yeah.
And you know what?
He can't read.
2 is twice as good as 1. I was gonna give him 2 instead. Like, why would I give him 1? That's silly.
And Giron has
Oh.
Lorelei a white monster.
Take a plus 10, I guess, the total overall. All right. What's it called?
Also, let me know if it failed. By 2 or less.
They turn. It's hard to read, but if you wish to provoke your thing, it's probably not a bad thing. They turn back Lorelei, and they speak in a tongue that none of you understand. You can attempt a nature check, or probably key your universal check, or a society check to try to understand what it is.
Upon it speaking, I will cast Comprehend Language on myself.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, DM. We've got an Unme.
So did Ume use an extra thing? You said an extra. If you had an extra thing to.
Oh yeah, I backed that myself. Yeah.
Okay.
What's it called? Oh wait, you have speak with plants, like passively, or do you have to actually cast that, Lorelei?
I think I can just speak.
You should check that because that will matter.
You know what? I will just upscale it to level 10, and we can all fucking understand this shit, no matter what.
That's hilarious.
What?
Okay, you're dumb.
You can
It's
cast
level
10
4 to
spells?
affect 10.
No, level. That's 10th level
Oh.
spells.
It's level 4 to affect 10 people.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah.
Let me just.
These motherfuckers are straight speaking plant. I mean, honestly, this one doesn't matter. Unmei just carries, but yeah, you should know your stuff does as well. I know it doesn't come up often.
Hey, this is great because you can also cast it on the 3 druids too.
Yeah.
Do you cast it on the people in the back as well?
People who is relevant for, yeah. This the 3 druids.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's it called? All right. Their words at initial hearing sounds like the creak of lumber, the breaking of twigs, the moving of grass blades and plants against each other. This shouldn't even normally be a language, but with your comprehension with Unmei's magic,
do something.
you're able to understand stuff. What's up, Lorelei?
I'd be able to at least recognize that it's plant language, since I speak with them.
Yes.
So then, just to make sure I could cast the I have activate my bright boom, and then Unmei's would go off afterwards. But I feel like I'd hear them speaking plant and do a little soothing blossoms, flower petals
Nice.
to hear, and then his spell goes off, so everybody understands.
All right. What's it called? The 4 speak amongst themselves. They comment that your group is way more forthcoming than they were expecting. They had planned to use force. There's comments that they can still kill everyone at the fire grove and end a threat before it gets any bigger. One of them says that wouldn't be necessary. They come back, yes, but it could be beneficial in the long run, with people being as they are. And they come back with, if they're willing to give us what we've asked, it won't matter. And they say the alternative of teaching and educating ones who are foolish enough to worship the destructive nature of fire, the element that only takes, we could perhaps curb the ignorance of their circle. And another one rebuttals with, they still need to pay. Their body must still replenish the soil for the damage they have done. That is without question. Another rebuttal is that they can do that and still live. One rebuttal is we should make sure it hurts and they are tortured for what we give them. Gain what we need, make them sacrifice, but we need not take their lives. They rebuttal this will be agony that spans decades, but they can have their life. They comment, if this means we can curb the flames without needing to destroy them, it will perhaps enrich the region, even if we are teaching the lowest of druids. You're clear. None of them think you guys understand what the fuck they're saying. It is also clear these are not necessarily super evil people, but they are not nice. They are no means kind-hearted.
And they're naughty, naughty.
Here, okay.
Go ahead.
Above table. New life has been growing where that fire was, right, in the forest.
Not meaningfully, no. It's still all charred and blackened.
Well, I thought
It'll take.
I'd been steadily doing stuff.
I know you're working on
before.
it, but it's been a matter of like days and little bits here and there. But it's still a overall just really blackened area. It is healing, but nothing like you could point out from here and see. You do know you're bettering the life, and it will grow faster than it would have unattended. But plants take a long fucking time to grow, unless apparently you're some weird elemental monstrosity.
Oh, okay.
So there's I mean, if you went in, you'd see like this. You've helped integrate like the carbon and the coal into the soil. There's probably buds starting. I mean, you would actually know there's buds that are like kind of reforming. There's little baby roots starting to sink in. What should be taking years, you're managing to do in like days to weeks. But the only thing that is noticeable from here is that mutilated tree monster that that came to life and you guys killed.
Okay. I'd speak to them in plant. Because also comprehend languages, it just lets you understand it, right? Do you know how to speak it for the others?
Actually,
I bet it's
please,
so.
let's see.
I don't know. I mean, look,
I'm checking.
you can understand it.
I understand.
Okay, so you guys know that like their weird cracks and leaf sounds are words, and you know what they mean. But like trying to articulate words in it is dumb. Druids are dumb.
Okay. So
They're
yeah,
wisdom based.
I'll speak. Hey, my intelligence is a +2. But yeah, so I'll speak to them in plant. And say that yes, fire does destroy, but it also enriches and can bring new life. If you would like to see, there's a couple things I can show you around here. If you'd like proof.
They are shocked that you were speaking to them in their tongue. And they suddenly get quieter as they now realize that the druid somehow understands fucking plant language. One of them chimes in, just speaking common at this point. you are still considered a druid through the primal powers. We are not surprised you can tend plants, nor were we surprised to see the destruction before us. And they gesture down the hill at the burnt down area. Another one comments, "We know it will regrow. All things short of that which is paved over and ruined by humans." And you notice they gesture at your keep. Allows nature to reclaim it. Still,
You saw destruction, but you didn't stop to look and seek an understanding. And she will point over to where she had like moved some like the clovers and stuff, and when she like first got here and was dealing with those, she had spoke with the plants around and whatnot and had enriched the soil with flames. Her and Sarah then, dug and then replanted the clovers and have made sure that they grew and thrived. So she'll point over there and have them look, and they can speak with them if they'd like, the clovers and stuff and the plants and stuff outside that they keep, and let them tell you themselves. But that over there, when I arrived, it was just a small patch of clovers on the other side. And with the help of my flames, as well as my knowledge and respect of plants themselves, I was able to give them an even more enriching environment for them to grow and thrive. And you can ask them yourself and look at the soil. And I would ask that we go take a better look at the damage you saw in passing when you were coming this way.
one of them speaks up. "You are not on trial, druid, nor are any of your other circle. You speak competently, and you've made an ask. We are willing to compromise. We will preserve the lives of the trespassers and desecrators, but parts of them will replenish the soil that they have destroyed. Their lives, their minds will be theirs, but as much as we can take otherwise, we will take. And when that is done, we will teach that which remains."
But you also mentioned, I don't know which one, whichever one is the ones that were like, well, let's just kill them anyway. Let's kill the flame order, like,
Yeah.
we're going to kill them eventually, because they're a threat. So she'll say, but you spoke of eliminating all those like me who also are fueled and support the essence of fire itself. Not because my people as a whole have sought your destruction, but simply because we are existing now. So regardless of what happens to these two, there are still plans to move and take out innocents just in case, without reaching any sort of understanding or trying to. What I'm asking is for both of our futures to actually try to come to an understanding of each other as people and in our natures, and not let pride or prejudice blind us to seeing beauty in all sorts of life. For mortals, for animals, for the plants, even for the very stone in nature.
You need not
In general.
counsel me on the aspects of nature. The one who basically said it'd be a good idea to end you. There is a logic in eliminating a threat if you see it, but we will not act out of turn lest it is deemed wise. If you were to hand over the perpetrators and keep the rest of your circle in line, we need have no reason to take further actions. You will not resolve me of understanding the level of threat your grove possesses, but I need not believe it is immediate or even necessarily inevitable. At least not to us. Undoubtedly, you will spawn others that cause damage. It is your very nature. Most of you will not, but there will be some. But they need not be a
Can I
threat to
ask
us.
something?
Yeah, you can
Can I
comment.
wait a minute? Yeah, I'll ask you in comment. I'm right now letting Lorelai. I'm letting them run this. Lorelai understood what they were saying. I'm going to pretend like. Yeah. So look, I've only heard half of it, and I definitely know these kids need an ass whooping. Sure, but they were sent to your grove to get wisdom, and they didn't get past the front door without getting. Like, what happened? I have. What happened there?
They're from. They look at each other. Them and others of our circle had a philosophical deliberation. The druid of the circle of flames, and druids of flame order as a whole will never be seen favorably by us. They are an antithesis to us. And this bout became hostile. A word was spoken, even in ill repute, which I doubt, but assuming the worst, which caused the passion in, and he gestures at the door because the two are in there, to swing and strike one of our people. Our people retaliated and threw him out of the building they were in. They were to stay in that tavern until the morning after, where they might speak with our stronger spellweavers. After being unable to keep their passions in check and their mouths sealed and their fists unballed, they chose violence, as is the way of flame. When they were thrown out of that establishment, they sought an area sacred and incinerated it.
Were they the ones who threw the first punch?
Ah, life-giving
Yes,
water,
multiple of them
nectar
nod.
of the gods.
I have heard they weren't.
From what they said, they threw the first punch, but that's because, well, you're bad hosts. But
Oh no, I
bad host doesn't
thought
mean
Congress
your
said
host
that
your home burns.
that one of their people threw the first punch, but no, he did.
That's what they're saying.
No, when we were talking before, I misunderstood it as when they were telling the story.
other two people said that what's it called? They threw the first punch. That the other group said they're both saying the other side threw the first punch.
Okay.
All right.
Now, you say that we're antithesis and that we will never see eye to eye, and yet myself and I'll motion to my archdruid and how do you say it?
Earth.
Earth, and several others.
Yes, we know.
Already
Some of you will get along well and will be reverent to plants, and some of you will not.
I'm saying our existence already disproves your thing that we will always be against each other. Also, all that being said, I should point out that the destruction you saw on the way over here had nothing to do with fire in the way that flame druids understand and use it and respect it. It had everything to do with evil people. In this case, a storm druid working for another organization that decided on a whim to light a place on fire. To kill or maim did not matter, and then to willingly let the fire spread, and then eventually decided to then start putting it out, but only after he could watch the chaos of the burning. That is something that is antithesis to us.
We are aware of
never
the
do.
violent nature of the storm druids, and their actions do not concern us in this matter.
But they are not flame druids.
We have little more love for them than yourselves, especially that given circle.
And here you've been met with nothing but respect, even with the insults that you started with at the beginning upon our greetings.
And in turn, we are willing to honor your request and plan no hostility to your circle. We have honored the well-spoken nature of yourself.
But you are also requesting that we be okay with asking for decades long, however long, century long torture.
It is an improvement from simply taking their lives.
That's a matter of perspective. Because I promise you, if I figured out how to torture you for a decade, you would want to tap out in about 10 minutes. But that's a different story.
I don't see that as that all of that will do is reinstill what you thought was already there. And even though it wasn't, you will then just simply be fueling a disdain for the plants themselves into others. I feel that
Hold the
that will
thought. I'll be
simply
back.
backfire on you and then on us as a consequence. You want to torture them so that they respect plants, but I see that as having quite the opposite effect. I want some sort of peace. I
Then
don't
we simply
want
claim the lives of
animosity.
these two and leave the rest alone.
You're asking for more death and destruction. When them living and nurturing while alive could be of much more use and help and bring more to your order and ours.
We disagree. Their death will appease many of our people for the losses and the destruction they took. Even sparing them as we wish would cause some animosity. We will
What
not
did
leave with nothing. Or we will simply seek them at your circle or when they leave here.
But would it actually appease your people if they
Very
died?
much so.
Or will it simply make them happy for a moment and then no matter what, fuel them to be like, we should take the rest out? They've proven the point that fire can't be trusted and can't be used for good, and drive a need for them to still want more blood.
They look to each other and say, very well, we will kill the other two, or kill the two here, and ensure that no hostile action is taken to the rest of your grove. That was the initial plan we came with. We can revert to that.
Oh no, I was saying that killing them would only satisfy your group for a little bit. That's what her.
Yeah. But they're saying they don't believe that it will cause any more anyone to want to take action towards the rest of them. We sought compromise, but if you're not willing to give anything, then perhaps more extreme measures should be taken.
I simply don't want more bloodshed, fear, and torture. Let me discuss.
Very well.
With my group.
Take a few minutes, deliberate your answer, and return to us. Minutes pass not for us as it does for the rest of the world. And they would turn inward and act as though you don't exist.
Oh no, we don't exist.
Going
Sneak
south.
attack.
Oh no. What's that?
Ha, sneak attack. No.
Oh no. Grit ran down the hill to town.
Oh, I thought it was to fetch a pail of water.
Um,
I'm thirsty.
Yeah,
Hopefully it brings back some water.
yeah, come back, right?
I would say just expedite things. Grit's able to come back with the Calmont in tow.
Maybe
That's a
talking.
great
All right.
idea. We could
All right.
sacrifice Calmont instead.
Let's give him the,
Yay!
Oh no. Why are there rogue people on a crazy path in front of the keep? Why are we running?
So I have a parable to tell them, and surprisingly, you're the best case example on keeping people alive. Congratulations! Whoever convinced me that I actually like you, kind of. So yeah, hopefully your existence, and we'll save another 2 lives.
All right. Well, you guys are able to go in and deliberate as you wish. The 2 young elves are scared shitless. The elder actually seems fairly neutral on the matter and is just looking over them.
So we're all inside the doorway.
Yeah.
I swing down from the roof.
Yeah. Jiron will grab both of the 2 young ones by their wrists and walk them towards the rest of the party. They can try to resist if they want.
There's
They
a momentary
try.
of such, and it's just like, oh no, the big lizard's just dragging us. I guess we're going this way now.
Hmm.
They don't fight? Nah.
They make wet trouser sounds as they move.
I spoke with the elder druid. These 2 are not as valuable to your people as he is. So, what is your decision?
Wait, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
You're the doodad.
Yeah,
Well,
this is your stuff.
Okay. I thought, is Grit back with the Calmont?
Yeah, Grit came back with Calmont.
All right.
Okay.
So I have a little story to tell these guys. Maybe I can sway them with it. Maybe not. But this guy, he's a good example on what you're asking.
Keep them alive, but don't torture them?
Well, no, I will go through the whole story. Trust me. Because actually, everything they suggested was also suggested for this guy.
And then you did
but-
keep him and
yeah. So about a
torture
year
them
ago.
and use fear.
Oh no, we did, and that was a problem too. So let's go tell a story. So let's go to those elves.
Okay, if it
Okay.
not work, I have them here. I'll throw them in.
At this stage, whatever happens to them, I'm just seeing what we can do the best results. But this is a good story here, and it's worth listening to.
Well, this is a story all about how.
All right.
Okay. I'll go out. I'll stand in front next to Grit and Calmont.
Hello, once again, greetings, emissaries of the Wild Bloom. So, I would like to introduce you to Calmont. He is the attendant here in the Church of the Little Sun and has done wonderful things with his life. Now, when I first met this guy, about a year ago, he burned down the town hall, attempted to kill everyone in town with it. And and then he hid in this keep, threatening my friends in here, and we had to get him back the wrong way. Don't worry, I forgive you for this. Don't be too embarrassed. But At the trial, goodness knows I was the first person to say he had to go to the gallows. In fact, a lot of people were screaming for the gallows.
They nod approvingly. Yeah, obviously. Sure.
Yeah, of course.
Also, isn't he standing there as like a
Oh,
flame
yeah.
away?
Oh,
Oh,
yes, yeah.
And he's also flaming. No surprise.
And
He wasn't always flamey.
no. But we were convinced instead that he can work off his labor to the town. And as a result, we gave him to the town brickmaker, who proceeded to try to slowly bake him to death cooking bricks.
Not approvingly.
This made him even worse and harder to deal with. Don't get me wrong, it was a lesson was learned from what happened here. Hell, he tried so hard to make so many problems, he lost his hand to one of the town guards, my good friend Alec. Again, if he didn't try to break out of his cell, he probably wouldn't have lost his hand. A lot of consequences happening for bad decisions, and they were all justified. But you want to know what actively makes this man a good pillar of the community? That despite the many times I said we should hang him, this one, I point over at the little son, just kept giving him more chances. Chances I didn't think he deserved. Chances that she kept giving him, despite the fact that he kept talking all sorts of awful things. We sorted that out. But he eventually figured out there was a different way. And he didn't figure out there was a different way because we kept hitting him. He figured out there was a different way because this person here kept putting herself out for him. Don't get me wrong. The two in there, they definitely need to be punished and worked into grueling measures. Sure, hell, take an ear and put it in the soil. But to just work them to death for decades will not get you what you will. If you wish to instill some knowledge in a sapling, treat them like a seed. Like, I don't know. This guy, like, I actively will go to bat for this one here. I won't say he needs to be executed. I feel like most of his debt is paid off, and he doesn't. And he's still working on it, and that's a good thing. Change can be made. But if you just go at this full wrath of your grove, don't get me wrong. Hell, it's going to be funny. But we're asking for something. We're asking you to give a decision to let these youth grow into something that isn't a poisoned vine.
All right. Grit and Lorelei, you could make a diplomacy check. I'll consider one of you supporting the other because it's also coming off the back of Lorelei's arguments.
Yeah, I'm supporting her argument with this parable.
Yeah.
So, alrighty, and if I may, I will spend my last I only have one hero point. I'm just gonna roll it. All right.
Oh, no, guidance you two. You get a +2.
Yeah. All right.
Have you used any hero points today, Grit?
Just the one supporting Lorelei.
You have one more.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
But that one doesn't give any bonuses, does it? For burning it? If I burn one beforehand, do I get a
There's
bonus
a-
or no?
There's like a.
Oh no.
Are you doing like
yeah, just save it to use the reroll if you need. That'd probably be smart.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
just-
that.
Hold the hood up.
Yeah, there's the like Andaletta ones that like one is the automatically crit and 8 other action. And then if you spending 2, it's the as also automatically crits and doubles the bonus.
I think I could do better than 50%. I will burn that hero point to try to roll higher than 9.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Oh, did he fail about 2 or less?
What's going on, Ryan?
I want to be able to use one of my hero points to give him a +2 to the roll beforehand.
All right.
Oh, no, I'll use my last
ahead.
hero
I
point
just
to
to
do
make
the
sure
same
I
thing.
have a hero point. Yeah.
You do.
All right. Yeah. I'll go ahead and use a Nocticula to give him a +2 to this roll.
It's same. So you get
Oh,
my
total of six.
+2 from
Or +2,
guidance.
+4.
Yeah.
Oh, you're also using the Nocticula point you said?
Me too, yeah.
All right, +6. You guys just roll. I'll add the +6 passively afterwards.
Oh, okay, then
You guys
I'll
can
remove it.
also. I need you. You're gonna re-roll, so.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
God damn it.
Oof.
I will.
Did I
Give
support
Grit another
Lorelei
roll.
well enough? This was a support roll, anyways.
Yeah. They.
Remember, if Lorelei failed by 2 or less, I'll just guidance her too.
Um.
You have to let me know so I can use the point.
No, you
Is-
don't need to for this.
Okay.
They request a moment to deliberate. And will walk away.
Opposite door conversations.
Yeah, obviously, like their usual trick of we'll just speak green tongue like doesn't work with you guys. So, a moment later,
I just lean down to the grass and be like, "Hey, so what are they saying over there?"
the grass will not respond to you.
Oh,
The grass is mad too.
You get a
But
big
we're
middle
friends.
finger.
This grass knows me.
No, this
Wow,
is
what
different.
traitorous grass. We're going to pull it all out and re-sod.
Yep.
That's it for them.
Let me,
Hey,
let me get
Clovers,
some
you know you're
salt.
eavesdropping on the grass.
Oh,
We're gonna
Over
save
there.
paradise.
they
and put
come
a
back to see
parking
like
lot.
say how good it is, and they see Flynn has just salted the whole area.
It's okay.
I knew those dirty flame druids weren't trustworthy.
It's okay. We're just
It
gonna
wasn't
put down
flame. It
astroturf.
was natural. It was salt.
Yeah.
We
The
would
Earth
lose
Druids
all.
cannot be trusted.
What's it called? Returning. We have 2 questions, 2 things in mind. You speak of the small fiery one as redeeming as they had one who would champion them without end. None in our grove would put themselves out for these. So who will act as their champion in the Serenite's stead?
Don't think they're gonna accept me.
We're champion
Look
with
to
certain
It would be the Serenite. I nominate.
You know what? Fuck, I'll raise my hand.
Oh,
Fuck it.
guess if I have to, it'll be me.
You will spend the time it takes in our grove learning our ways, and for these two's benefits. Note they're talking about possibly spending decades there.
Yeah. I was gonna recommend these are his acolytes, and apparently he just said, "Hey, go on over and talk to them."
I do have.
Yeah, you know, the person who
Potential-
made the mistake of sending the kids from the diplomatic mission.
Yeah.
If he truly wishes to appease the parents and not have 2 young members of his grove die, he should be the one to bear the brunt of this, since it is saving them.
He does
would
not
love to.
see it that way.
With your guys'
That is my diplomacy check to
Yeah.
like it is his responsibility. Just like if one of our keep fuck up, it is our
Everyone
responsibility.
who's chiming in these words may make a diplomacy check.
Hell, we have this deal with some certain Hell Knights right now. So
Yep.
Highest bid.
Uh,
Hopefully, I don't make it worse.
I'm sure.
I actually would love to spend time amongst your
What they're
order
asking
and
would
learn.
effectively mean retiring the character for this campaign.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but the caveat being, I may be, in the middle of
Yes.
helping with some maybe near future world ending, or at least like world
we rolled the
devastating
same number, Q.
plans. In which case, none of our groves will matter. If groups of people are left.
Is that a threat?
No, I'm saying I'm trying to I'm
I
helping.
know.
This group and I are trying to help stop world-shattering stuff from happening. in which case all of our groves could be wiped out. Everything could be taken over. However, if it's a range egg, I would love to then go spend a few decades amongst the plant order and learn.
All right.
But yes, I will look at the Archdruid as well.
Yeah,
Looking at him.
you'll step up, and your companion made such a point moments ago, and it appears your lizard man's words carry greater wisdom than I was willing to lend him. Very well. The plant druid said, and our views might be different, but our order demands a sacrifice. We will abstain from ongoingly torturing these ones, but until we feel they have made recompense, they will offer a significant chunk of their flesh to our soil.
Well, coincidentally, we have somebody who could very well offer insight into that.
Moira Wright to jot down
Thomas,
medical notes.
is this acceptable to you? The Archdruid, Yurth, kind of just... This is already going better than I expected for them and worse than I had expected for me, but it is my
No.
duty. If that is their ask, their culture is their own culture. The kids neither seem happy with them saying we're taking a significant part of your
You don't say.
But they look to the group of you guys.
Juron would hold them
Which
up.
part
so
of the
they-
flesh?
Oh,
They're
they don't need to
piggies.
breed.
Oh no!
Oh God.
One of them speaks confidently. Their extremities will not be necessary for the lessons they learn. When they are, they will be
All of
returned.
them?
All of them.
I would suggest
Wait.
one if you want them to
What?
help you with the grove.
We don't need their help. We don't value their lives.
So,
But
are you saying you're
We're
going to
taking
cut-
this.
They
Yeah.
made stumps, so they're going to make stumps.
Yeah.
They
like-
smirk to Grit in a wicked sense. There is exactly what they were saying.
I think they took the turning them into seedlings a little too literally.
Can we
They will be
plant them
taught to learn.
and grow new
So
druids?
they'll just sit there with
the
no
hell?
limbs?
And
I
they will
mean-
learn. They will be fed. They will be kept in health. They will be watched over by your assumed former Archdruid. They smirk at Yurth, happy at the arrangement. And
Former, he's still the
Yeah.
Archdruid.
I think you are now. He's going to be
you-
gone for decades. You need a new arc druid.
it need not necessarily be Lorelei, but someone will need to tend the circle to prevent this reoccurring, and some will need to break the news.
Alec.
Nothing else. We have a.
It's cool.
Oh,
We
yes.
paved over it all.
Yeah.
Send the Hell Knights to the Grove to spread the news.
In honor, we've created a circle of furnaces, and we're beginning to form new weapons and armor for the locals.
Oh no.
The druid of metal.
I will just stepping over to the kids quietly to them. and,
Juron will hold them
is
out to
this-
you.
Is this well, you've heard not daily ongoing torture, but surviving with no limbs for a handful of decades or so.
You notice
and
they
then
are
getting them back.
way more broken than they were when they were trying to argue in their own best interest. That's gone. Something shattered in these two. And they
Makes
just
sense.
nod, it's better than dying.
They turn to
They
the
look at their hands with the knowledge that this is limited. And they just, we won't fight. We can't.
Can I turn back to the plant druids and be like, you said you'd return their body parts to them afterwards?
Once such a limitation is far beneath our order. Yes, when we feel they have been re-educated, they will be no more use to us. We can restore them and send them on their way better than the destruction worshippers they are now. One of them comments, one of them will need an atonement before even that will come, but they won't be casting anytime soon.
And they will stay with our archdruid.
He will be allowed to watch over them. We have a spot in mind for them.
So then I'll look back at them. Be like, it's temporary.
Duran would hold them up and look at them. And this will be a lesson, and you should learn.
They nod, so we are in agreement.
Yep.
I
have no further objections.
I'll nod, but I'll still talk to the other two. You will come out of this.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If you don't let the anger fester, there is potentially a light at the end of this tunnel. You're and looking to what's his name? Congress. And perhaps through these lessons and the newfound respect you have for, or you will have for, the powers that the primal gives us will grant you access to his power again, to the flames, hopefully to the plants as well. This is, it seems, your only chance other than to die here prematurely.
They just nod. They have accepted their fate.
I'll check in on your progress. What was he saying? What's your?
Oh, Yurth just you could tell he is less than pleased with the arrangement, but he's going with it, and he steps up with them, and puts his hand on Jiran. I can take them from here.
As a leader should do. And he'll hand over the wrists to him.
As this happened, you notice the plant that they're all stand between turns, and small vines become noticeable near it. There is a wait to see if anyone has anything else to say, but you can see a multitude of creeping vines slowly moving in your guys' direction.
One more thing.
Moira will look to the archdruid. I can't help but feel they may have taken the wrong points from Grit's story about Calmont, but just be there for them. Support them.
I
Ooh, they're gonna
intend
need it.
This is far superior to Calmont's case. Calmont will not get his hand back.
I'm working on it.
Um,
Um,
It's just been so long.
something else, Lorelai?
yeah, and then I will. We were joking about it before, but yeah, I will also turn to Earthen and be like, "So, what does that mean for our grove?"
I'm gonna let you go back and figure it out. You can break the news. I won't be heading back there, I'm assuming. And a moment later, there is a gasps as the two individuals are pulled from his grasp into the air. And as vines wrap around their bodies, you see this plant creature rip their limbs off. It is not a pleasant demeanor. And right at a moment after, you see all 8 limbs ripped from the body. A healing wave pulses over all present, healing everyone here 10d8 healing.
Ooh, what a coincidence. I have 70 wounds.
You're healed.
Woohoo!
Wait, why do you have 70 wounds?
Nobody healed me.
There is an obvious blank face and shock on them who are propped above the plant. And once again, the grass around you speaks out. You have aided in restitution. May the two groves' future be amiable.
Good nods. That's the best you can offer.
There is blood everywhere.
Yeah.
The two beings are just being held aloft above the plant. The limbs brought with them and disappearing somewhere into the tangle of mash and vines and plant.
I don't think I'm eating for the rest of the day.
I'm hungry.
There is a look of blank trauma on the two who look essentially 14 to 16-year-old elves.
They'll be much older when we see him next.
Babies.
Yep.
You're drawing them to the Lauren. Oh, good.
The
I was-
horrible violence of the act doesn't even seem to phase the four present.
I will just whisper to Adriel, or Earth, that. Wait, am I Archdruid now?
I think you're interim Archdruid, at least.
Acting Archdruid.
Yep.
Oh boy.
No pressure.
Also,
Go ahead.
look after them. Oh, they're already broken. They're gonna need a lot of help to come out of this mentally intact.
One of the them speak. One of the elves. They are of elven blood. This will fade in time. The grass again speaking up. Your offering acceptable. I am made known you seek to replenish the damage done to these lands, would you accept the Order's aid?
Yes, absolutely. I was seeking actually even a ritual so that I may go and heal this place and others that I come across.
In the pool of blood left by the four there, a small plant begins to form, creating an odd bloodish orange hued fruit before the rest of the stem withers. Consume this and you will have the knowledge you seek. You notice most of the blood at this point has now been drawn into the soil, so it's not as messy.
I will take the fruit and I will thank him. This means so much to me. I am grateful and will cherish this knowledge. And we'll tell him to farewell on his travels back home in Wild Song to him and to the other elves there.
The elves give a nod and turn, lifting the plant with them as they approach a tree just south of your keep. As you watch the image of the tree shift into an actual pass-throughable portal that seems beyond the normal capability of your spells you were aware of. And they vanish through the tree.
I would also hug my archdruid before he goes. My former archdruid.
He hugs. I wish you luck, child. Thank you for the assistance in this.
I think you might need the luck.
You are not incorrect, Kitsune. I expect no shining treatment in this grove.
Only to be a shining example.
Flame preserve me and preserve you all in our absence. They would honestly wait for the Archdruid to come before they opened the portal and disappeared. But he would follow after them. You would know the Grit, with your actual just knowledge and general Acua's magic, the spell they made is almost similar to a old scripted gate spell blended with some kind of primal magic mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, that's I mean flat out impressive.
Moreover, you would also know you just got hit with 10d8 healing as an AoE.
Yeah. That heals as much as my heal, potentially. Well, I do a d10.
Well, yeah, but look at the digit, the digit that comes first.
Yeah.
That indicates caster.
Yeah, that's 2 more levels.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
We could take them.
You guys are left. Do you consume the blood fruit, Lorelei?
Never thought I'd see a literal blood orange.
Oh, okay.
Blood pear? God.
It's kind of like a blood pomegranate, or is a plum mix, but like a big plum, because it'd be very liquidy inside.
Blood watermelon?
Well, I think like plum. Like watermelon, yeah, similar. I get plum vibes.
I mean, a fruit is a plant, right?
Kinda.
You know it's magic. You know there's a lot of
Dodge, I'd be
magic in
like,
this.
you'll help me heal the plants?
Oh, it's not an actual plant. I mean, it's a fruit, and it's
Well-
kind of
That's what I was asking. Fruit is plant.
yeah, it's the offspring of a plant, or essentially.
Look to
I
the
don't know.
grass.
The single vine that created it withered after the fruit came to full form after absorbing the blood and nutrients of the nearby soil.
I mean, I don't like the idea of eating their blood, but
When in Rome.
It's
I mean,
not
I've
gray
eaten, I've
matter.
eaten elven. Elven blood could be worse. Like there are things that taste way worse. I had some fingers of chicken, chicken wings before.
just casually eating elven fingers.
I mean, it
She
wasn't
was a
just
bitch.
casually. Yeah. She almost beat me to death. She almost stabbed me to death.
At that point, they kind
She
of
killed
deserve
me.
it.
You notice the fruit almost.
Waste not, want not.
You actually, your wisdom and perception, you'd know the fruit kind of pulses in your hand.
Ooh, with a heart fruit. Oh, okay. It feels. It's not as disgusting though as like I'm picturing Game of Thrones and eating the horse heart.
Oh no, it's definitely not a whole heart. It's a half blood fruit thing.
Okay. Well, here it goes.
All right.
I'll take a bite.
You feel bits of knowledge begin to permeate through you. It is scattered, and you know it will require eating the whole fruit. Almost like you have random letters on a page, and each bite adds more letters. It is irony and bloody in flavor, but there is a natural sweetness and earthiness to it.
It's like rain.
Just use my fire magic to char it up. It could be like a blood pudding or whatever.
There you go.
In my mouth.
Will
It's
you
like
consume-
haggis.
Will you consume the whole fruit?
Yes.
All right. And by the time you finish it, the knowledge seems to reform itself in your brain. It feels almost like a plant is growing in your mind, and you can feel the roots of knowledge coursing through your consciousness as you acquire the plant growth ritual. This ritual can be taught if you desire. It can be written down. You know it in its entirety.
This isn't the same as the other rituals I got that they're only druids.
Yeah, the ones that your old arc druid said, "Oh, this is our special druid only knowledge." But those rules don't apply anymore. He's retired.
Technically speaking, you as the acting druid get to make these calls.
The rituals that he wrote to you and gave you were in Wild Song, so they aren't understandable by other people. If you wish to rewrite them in Common or Elven or whatever you want and teach other people, have your other companions understand them, you can if you want. He is no longer calling the shots.
Okay.
But yeah, this is just your knowledge. You've now acquired this.
So I get that those guys. Don't get me wrong. I get it. I'm all for hanging a guy who messes up, but is he a little more wicked, just in demeanor? I don't know. Maybe the let's just rip limbs off.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
they are definitely cruel.
Yeah.
Do
It is,
they pass over to evil side though? Kind of leaning there.
Yeah. Anyone knowledgeable in society or nature would know evil druids aren't uncommon. While majority of them don't really give much credence to good or evil. You have ones that are super benevolent and super kind of like Lorelai. She's great. And you have others who are like, if you step on a flower, you should die. The flower is worth more than your worthless human. Take more than you give life. Get butchered.
You have to remember, there are some druids that go, dude, you're supposed to kill kids. They're vulnerable. Nature, you go after the young. Don't even begin to question me on this. So,
Unlike the blight
Um,
druids.
The light druids are like, those are the rough ones. But you gather this is a very it's not a necessarily good or evil group. They probably do some horrifically, or that you even in your initial knowledge, you know that they'll say, "Hey, stop cutting these trees." If you don't listen, they just butcher everybody and kill everybody. But they'll also say, "Hey, you guys are working on farmland. Let us enrich your crops and bring rainfall and help out with other stuff. That's great of you. Pat on the back. Good job, buddy. Those roses look awesome. Have a nice day." It's a mixed group.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
don't let those roses die, or you might join them.
Yeah, we also
there were,
got-
at least one of them, from what we heard in their initial discussion when they didn't think we understood. Like, there was one who wanted a benevolent outcome. So it's a mix, but I think it's in their case specifically truly neutral, which is very much like nature.
collectively, they're truly neutral. I think some of them individually definitely lean.
Oh yeah.
All of them were very happy.
Yeah.
Do you know there are a lot of people who will probably be happy to see these people come with all their limbs whopped up and whatever's done with them. And you could tell by your archer's response, he just said there is going to be cruelty committed upon me. He knows what's coming.
Yep.
So
yeah.
problem when you worship something where like everything you worship is vulnerable to fire. You haven't had a month.
They're just acting out of fear. They're just scared.
They recognize you as predators or potential predators with natural advantages against them.
What's so predatory? I mean, look at Sierra's face.
You're
Call that a
rock
predator?
and they're scissors.
That's literally it, yeah. The scissors are inherently evil, but boy, oh boy, is it sucks that they come clipping.
Let's put it this way. They understand every day is a bad day to be made of wood when they're near a fire druid.
Dude, yes. No surprise, the creature you saw has weakness 20 to axes and weakness 20 to fire.
Damn.
I love the
just threw a
specific
level of
axe weakness.
fireball
That's
at it.
amazing.
Not even like slash or anything. Axe.
Axes, well, they have resistance against bludgeoning and piercing, but they are weak to axes.
That is amazing. Very specific. I love that.
Yeah, longsword they're not worried about, but the axe, oh boy, don't. So there's animosities.
Also, I mean, I don't know if they do, but I mean, for those of us that follow Gazre, I mean, they themselves, as the entities that they are also neutral and shift. As there's always something going on everywhere. They're aware of everything, everywhere, all at once. And so that can lead to what things we could see as violent and maybe evil and cruel. And at the same time, then they can be extremely benevolent in their blessings or, what they provide.
The nature of dealing with chaotic group with a lot of independent agency. Collectively, they're neutral. That's all you get to say. They're collectively neutral because you definitely just have evil ones in the mix, and you have ones that are benevolent in the mix.
And that's also nature itself. And
yes,
Gazre, who
He made a good point. Well, biologically, a lot of creatures inherently have a survival instinct. Their young is cute. And a lot of creatures will preserve it. A lot of nature doesn't care and be exactly what Key said. Oh, you're vulnerable. I'm eating the babies because they go down easier. They don't fight back. I'm eating the fertilized eggs because they're delicious and I could just consume them.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I mean, you also have a lot of species that literally just like say, "Oh, predator coming! I don't want to die. Here, have the baby."
Gazelle
I can make
gives
more.
birth to fleas.
Yeah, they're Pokemon trainers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When that
Nature
wolf
is cruel.
That just
That
makes me
wolf-
think of Joanna.
Gazelle used Pokédoll.
right? When the wolf's chasing down the bunny, it might be a baby bunny. It just means it goes down smooth. I had actually a few like philosophical things depending how you guys took the conversation. That actually went better than I was expecting. For the most part, I didn't expect you guys to offer up the Archdruid. But it made perfect sense.
I mean, if it comes down to one,
mean,
if it was gonna be like a
It's like, well, I'm like, I couldn't do a rain check. I'm like, there's other things. Oh no.
Yeah.
I would like to train with the plant druids, but
Yeah, I don't want to screw anyone over here.
I
It
don't
just
have
seems
a
like a
few
bad
extra
situation.
decades to
Yeah.
spare right this moment.
These aren't my people. It's their business. I could give my input. My input is maybe show a tempered hand, just because, this guy's good proof of it. But that's the best argument I could make.
Also,
What's it
yeah, I
called?
mean, it was the
turned out
Archdruid who decided
better.
to send the 2 children to do the
Yeah.
this.
Unsupervised.
Yeah,
Right.
Draw didn't like the older guy because he was just like, bro, just make a decision. Like, you either go and like take the credit for it or give them the kids.
Yep.
He was like, what are you doing? Be a leader, bitch.
What's it called? He was in a situation essentially where his grove was split. A lot of people had the sentiment of like, these are children, they weren't responsible, this and that. And then others like, well, they still decided it was okay that they got in a bar fight and they were gonna burn a sacred grove down. Like,
Yep.
so it was a divided thing, and he was getting pressure from all sides on it, and very quickly the 2 sides of his grove were going to turn against each other and start killing each other. And he's like, I need to just take these 2 out of here. Leaves the grove, and he's like, hey, Lorelei just came to visit like a week ago, and she's like 10 miles that way. We're going to talk to like one of the druid who are actually stronger than me, who actually come by and visit, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do from there. Worst scenario, we just keep going south, and I circle you around and drop you off at the Circle of Wild Bloom, because you're also kind of on the way. I just had to go around the mountains versus through them. So
Very
worked out
cool.
for them. Yeah.
And I'm the captain now.
He probably should have just handed the kids over, but then they would have died. And now you get to actually keep them and teach them and train them.
Yeah. I mean, what is 30, 40 years to an elf anyway?
They'll be like pretty much when they hit 18, they'll be done with the training.
Yeah. And they'll be better off for it.
They're going to Plant School Community College
be like-
as beans.
They'll be like 85 or so.
Right. Yeah,
They'll be just a little under 100, and they'll be done with their studies.
yeah.
This is I view this the same way, like you watch like a teenager do something really dumb in real life, and it's like, oh no, you actually like killed someone. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it, that was a teenage mistake, and I have pity for you. That was a teenage idiot child mistake, but someone died, consequences happened. Shit.
It was a big
Just don't
value
feel
thing.
remorse for the ones that they literally don't care, or they don't really have any reaction.
Yeah.
Or their remorse is more performative. Then I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It was also a case where like a group like this probably views most people as a net negative on the world, and their plans is nothing but a positive. So a couple net negatives destroyed a bunch of positive. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But also-
Gerard didn't really care about their beliefs, but he was just like, we don't really know what they believe, and if they're passionate enough that they're gonna attack us, Gerard will just throw those kids into the fucking plant himself.
Here you go.
Yeah, this is just like Gerard grabbing a couple branches and just throws them into the wood chipper.
That's fair, but if they're coming to my front door and saying violence, honestly, they were on thin ice to get stabbed to death.
Oh, yeah.
You don't come to my front. You don't come to my front door and offer violence. I would just try to keep violence from happening.
Oh yeah, but you know what would also prevent violence from happening? Throwing those 2 boys in the wood chipper.
Truth.
Yeah, but they also
Like
just
it
came
was
to
a
the
delicate
door and
situation.
threatened Grit with a good time.
Right?
I wanted to make them irritating because they don't generally value most people as a whole as an order. I was like designing them.
Mhm.
So like they're kind of mean, they're condescending, they're insulting, they're overconfident. I mean, like if that had because I had a combat arranged if it went that way, and it would have been you guys versus like 4 level 15 druids. The other dude wouldn't even intervened because for reasons I won't even go into.
Yeah.
But what's it called? Like I want to make them where they were aggravating and obviously kind of just dicks.
Yeah.
But like not let's fucking go, let's fucking fight, fuck you guys. Like I want to balance that line where I'm like, okay, they should be a bit infuriating, but I don't want people just starting to say fuck it, roll initiative. And I was happy with the line I hit.
Mhm.
Making bad
Yeah.
guys and like controversially people is like it's fun, but it's a headache because like the Jokers are easy. The Scarlet Triad's easy. We're fucking evil. We're gonna kill your babies and steal your eyes. Let's fucking go. But
Yep.
like the
So
mixed
you have to
one,
feel bad. You actually get to feel good about bringing them to the sword, but
yeah, the mixed ones
And
is
also,
like I want to make like nailing neutral is hard for it's harder. I think.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. Also that there's just the fact that it's like, okay, mortal lives are they don't mean anything. But at the same time, it's like you have elves and other like mortal beings in your circle that are there um
Mhm.
uh tending to and caring for and helping grow and spread. So it's like you say that they're not worth much. Is that the same then for your own members who are not of
They're
nature themselves? They're people still.
they're the exception, not the rule. These humans are special and worthwhile. That's what makes them special.
But your people, that's like, but then their people could easily also fertilize the earth, you know?
Yeah, but there's so many other useless, like destructive humans. They're in
Yeah,
plethora. Go to a human city. They
way
pop out all
worse.
the damn time. We'll just use those ones. The ones that actually revere nature and know that plants are the greatest thing in the world. We keep those ones around. Lumberjacks, though, are like normal commoners. We're just yeah, wood chipper, throw them in the soil. It don't
It's
matter.
like, yeah, that's why she kind of, but she did like, she knew like there was not much appealing to the plant avatar itself, like nature avatar
Mhm.
itself, because it's not a person. It's never been just a person and lived like a person or thought that way. So
Oh,
it was more
on
like
the,
going for the elves of like, yeah, you were a stupid kid too, at
yeah.
some point.
Now, you guys made some bunch of really good arguments, and you made some really, really, really good rolls.
Ooh.
What's it called? The by forecasted outcomes were darker than what you guys got, much darker.
Yeah.
So I like wow, they're fucking rolling like in like the decent 40s with all these assists, and like you was oh yeah, we're even +8 on a good roll. I'm like okay, well it's almost a 50. Like you guys are easily succeeding these rolls and making them
Gave me a
yield on
+10.
situations.
Yeah.
We also had a
No
lot of
one,
variety on outlooks too.
yeah, well, no one was supposed to live this. Like, in no way should the kids really have lived this. And you might have been able to trade the Arc Druid. That was like an idea where you killed him and like he died for the cause. Or I had a few other things like potentially offering like the worst of your other grove. There was a bunch of other ideas I had. Like, they were just, I have to like outline for you guys. I don't know what you guys are going to do. That was it. It sounded better than I expected.
The fact that we had a perfect parabolic Calmont to this situation, I was like, hold on, let me go get someone. This matters.
Um, but yeah, it was quite fun. You guys did very well. You have your plant growth ritual. You got through this, and now you have an actual druid order to figure out at some point. That was not my
Yeah.
to-do list either. Neat. Um, it is 10, so I will pause there versus doing the extra. Like I could go into stuff, but you're gonna be on a good stretch of downtime. What's it called? It'd probably be worth you bringing your people, the party to your grove when you want to actually like figure out what you're gonna do with that, Lorelai. Um, And
Yeah, I'll take responsibility for recommending their elder druid step up. I kind of was like, I mean, if anyone's responsible, it was that guy there because it was his charges, and he just sent them over. I mean, just saying.
but yeah, I mean, you guys kind of know you have this druid grove. You can figure out what you guys want to do with it. Like, obviously, I mean, it's like Lorelai's the head of it, but like,
Mhm.
I'm trying to keep a lot of stuff be party oriented. You
Burn it
guys
down.
know you kind of. It's an option.
Burn down the fire grove.
Uh,
I side
what's
with
it
the
called?
goblins.
Attack with the goblins. Yeah, like think about it. You know, give Lorelai the input, and then you guys as a group, whenever you decide, appropriate, deal with it. Figure out exactly how you guys want to be spending your time because you'll have some downtime. You know that in 6 days you have people coming to address what you want to do with Cyrodiil. Yay, more crazy nature area. This one's more Fey oriented.
Yeah.
And then yeah, know what you want to do with your downtime. You'll have downtime after that, presumably. So have that all planned out. And yeah, feel free to brainstorm how you want to handle this sudden leaderless druid growth.
Very cool. I'm excited.
I'll step
Neat.
up as Arc Druid.
Hey, the little sun is the new arc druid.
So I heard
It
you
wouldn't
like
be the-
fire. How about the sun?
It wouldn't be the first group of people of one class that aren't of that class in Pathfinder. The Queen of the Witches, I don't think, is a witch right now.
Wait.
So,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
but yeah, that was cool. You guys had some really cool and interesting input.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was fun. I mean, that was just a blast. I had fun.
yeah. So we'll call it there. We'll be playing again next Monday as usual.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap up some stuff and then go to bed. Actually, there's hopefully some reasonable time today. Also,
Yeah.
Josh, I'm gonna see what he's up to before I go out. So, I won't be online much tomorrow because I have Ryan's game. But I'll be back around on online come Wednesday.
Sounds good, friend.
Hey.
Cool.
Have
Take
a
care.
hop on off. Have a good night. Take care, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Rest well.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, that's
See you
Jaden.
later.
Bye, Mr.
Bye, Jaden. Bye,
Bye,
Jaden.
Jaden.
Bye, guys. Don't have too much fun.
Oh, I will.
I'll try.
I'm gonna go deafen wrap up stream.
Wrap up stream.
E.
Back.
Wait. Oh, right. I don't have that there. Right there. Oh, that's a big house. That's more reasonable. Want me to catch more of this since we have downtime coming up? Hopefully downtime positive. Well, yeah, that's our Pathfinder shenanigans for the week. Hope you all enjoyed it. That was a lot of diplomacy I wasn't expecting. Yeah, go ahead and close that. But, yeah, thank you all so much for being here, for just showing up, hanging out. It really means a lot to me. I will be back tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern. Oh my god, I've gotten so bad at typing randomly, and I hate it. Bye, Lorelai. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern, and we are going to be starting on Robinson's Requiem for the Donathon reward goal that you guys hit, which is a DOS game from '93. It is a survival sim. Oh, it's an experience. which is why I put that as a reward goal. Thanks for doing your thing. Yeah, of course. Yay for not having to fight the mean druids. Good night. Rest well, Lorelei. But there's a link in chat for community Discord. Absolutely zero pressure to join, but it is the best way to know when I go live or to get updates about the stream. I also post a weekly schedule there as well as over on my Blue Sky, so feel free to check those out. Join again if you could. Yeah. What do you mean you don't want to just leave and rejoin? That would actually be kind of a pain. Don't do that. But now you're thinking with portals. But yeah, right. Gave what I'm doing tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's everything. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna send y'all over to my friend Aki Bread, who is currently doing some No More Heroes 2. Aki's always a good chill time, so go over there, give her some love, vibe, chill, relax, have fun, and please remember that, especially now, it's okay to not be okay. Do what you can to be there for your friends, family, loved ones. Love your pets as much as you can while you can, and take care of yourselves. You can't do the rest of that if you don't take care of yourselves. But yeah. Wait, hug? Oh, thank you for the hug, Rin. I hope you're doing okay, hon. Go hang out with Aki. Not, but working towards it. Or if there's anything I can do to help, just please let me know. I don't know what I could do, but if there's anything I can, you know where to poke me. But yeah, go vibe with Aki. Vibe, chill, relax, have fun, and yeah, take care of yourselves. I love you, dorks. Bye. Oh, right, I don't have that running. I have to actually click things in OBS.